So DJI is changing the drone game once again. If you're an absolute beginner and want to dip your toes into the world of camera drones, but don't really have the budget for any of the Pro Series stuff, then congratulations, your decision just became a lot harder. That's because DJI has just presented the Lito 1 and the Lito X1. Two camera drones from DJI that will replace the mini series, but still deliver the beginner drone flying experience. With that in mind, there's not one but three entry-level options that people can choose from now, at least from DJI. At the bottom, we have the Neo, then we get the Lito 1, then the X1, which is the most expensive of the entry-level series from DJI. Above this is the Mini 5 Pro, which delivers largely the same flying experience but with a bit more features and better cameras. We've already reviewed the Neo and the Mini 5 Pro, which you can check out on this channel along with the Yugatech website. But let's go back to the DJI Lito series. There are two drones here, again, the Lito 1 and the X1, with the Lito 1 being the more affordable option and the X1 being the more expensive option that comes with a bit more features, similar to DJI's more expensive drones. Now, depending on the package and model you get, the Lito series can come bundled with either the DJI RC-N3 remote or the DJI RC2, which is a standalone remote. Now, definitely the DJI RC2 is a lot nicer to use, but it will come with the price premiums, which we'll get to in a bit. Now, the top of the line version, you get remotes, spare propellers, 3 batteries, a charging dock, and in the case of the Lito X1, even a carrying bag, which unfortunately the Lito 1 doesn't get. First up, let's talk about the design. Now, if you've ever seen a DJI mini drone in the past, you've seen this one. Essentially, it's a smaller and more basic version of the Mini Pro series from DJI, which does make sense. The Lito series will serve as a replacement for the Mini series after all, so you get the similar small form factor. The drone folds into an extremely compact size, small enough to fit a bag or even a backpack. It's also impressive how DJI was able to keep the weight down to just 249 grams, making it one of the lightest drones from the brand so far. More importantly, this makes it legal for anyone to fly, even without a license. Well, at least for most part of the world. Do double check with your country. From the exterior, we can already tell which one is the Lito X1 and which one's the Lito 1, thanks to the LiDAR sensors in the eyes of the drone. On top of that, DJI Lito X1 is also a shade darker as compared to the Lito 1. Now, overall, in terms of the design, both of these drones look pretty much similar, with the key difference being the LiDAR sensors and the marks at the front of the left arm, along with the darker colored plastic on the X1. Both drones use the same battery also, and both of these drones can also accept the upgraded DJI batteries for the Lito series, which you can purchase to enhance the drone flying experience. DJI claims the battery life is rated at about 30 minutes, but during our review, we were able to get around 20 to 25 minutes, depending on what mode we were on and how fast we were flying the drone. So, pretty accurate. Now, moving on to the features of the Lito series, both drones come with 360-degree camera crash protection system, a stabilized camera, and a micro SD card slot. That's already well and good on the Lito 1, but if you move up to the X1, you get a 1/1.3-inch sensor with an f1.7 aperture camera. It's a lot better than the DJI Lito 1's half-inch sensor with an aperture of just f1.8. In terms of the output, both can shoot at 4K at 60 FPS, and if you're willing to go down in resolution, you can do even 100 FPS slow-mo. The images are sharp enough at 48 megapixels, although some of you who might pixel peep might find the camera quality a bit lacking. But then again, good luck trying to find an SLR that can fly without having to do some serious modification. The real difference though shows up when it comes to low light performance. Again, it's neck and neck when it comes to daylight shots, but in low light, the Lito X1 managed to squeeze out a bit more quality thanks to the larger sensor and the larger aperture as compared to the Lito 1. It's not that obvious, but it's still quite noticeable when you look at it side by side. Best of all, LiDAR also works at night, so if you want a drone that can go out at night and still retain a good amount of crash protection, the X1 with its LiDAR sensors is definitely a no-brainer. Now, theoretically, the 360-degree cameras on the Lito 1 should be good enough, but you will be flying with a bit of a risk. On top of that, in terms of professional use, the Lito X1 also has more features, including D-Log. So if you want to shoot something and color grade them in post, the X1 is definitely the choice for you. And finally, the best feature of the Lito X1 over the Lito 1 is onboard storage. Users get up to 42 gigabytes of onboard storage for photos and videos in case they don't have a micro SD card with them, or even if the micro SD card is full. In comparison, the Lito 1, you will need a spare micro SD card to use. Otherwise, it will severely limit the quality of the photos and videos that will be sent to the phone. Whether or not you choose the Lito X1 or the Lito 1, thankfully, both of these drones are just as easy to fly. If you don't have the more expensive controller, you will just need to download the DJI Fly app, mount it to the RC entry remote, plug it to the phone, and there we go. The app will also give users a quick tutorial on how to fly the drone. After that, you're ready to head out. It's even easier to use when you have the RC2. No app download required, no phone required. Just make sure everything's charged, pair it up, and fly. There are even features like active track, which can follow a subject. And DJI's algorithm is smart enough to detect whether it's an object or a person or something else. And yes, it can also go as fast as a car. In standard mode, the drones can go up to 40 kilometers per hour, but in sport mode, the drone can fly up to 128 kilometers per hour, according to DJI. Now the trade-off, again, will be the battery life. So if you keep flying in sport mode and maxing out the speed, 30 minutes might not be your average battery life. So with that in mind, since it has tracking, you can take a couple of cool shots, like pair it with yourself with a mic, and you'll be able to do some A-rolls with a drone just flying overhead and doing some cool stuff. Or you can just get aerial shots of your latest company retreat. Whether you go with the RC2 or the NC3, the flying experience is definitely easy for any beginner to pick up. In fact, there are even simulations for you to try out and practice flying. Go through the beginner course and you'll be able to fly in no time. But even if you don't feel like it's enough, just play with it. Just keep it in normal mode though, so you will have all of the safety features, because in sport mode, there isn't any. Now overall, the Lito series is an extremely beginner-friendly drone that offers users close to a full experience. DJI definitely hit the nail on the head with these devices. But the question now is, which one is for you? The Lito one is more for starting hobbyists, or for those who just want a camera drone to take photos while they're out on vacation, or someone who uses the drone as a B camera. However, if you're someone who appreciates LiDAR, better nighttime flying, photo, video, or perhaps wants log footage, then definitely the X1 is the choice. Now there are various packages available for both the Lito 1 and the Lito X1. And the Lito 1 starts at just 17,390 pesos, which gets you one battery and a remote. But considering how easy the battery drains, we recommend that users go for the Fly More combo because it comes with 3 additional batteries. Now, those 3 batteries might seem overkill for users, but considering that users only have around 30 minutes of flying time, it's gonna be lacking for if you just have one battery. In a similar setting, we'd also recommend getting the Fly More combo for the X1. Users can also splurge for the Fly More combo RC2, which does cost a bit more money at 34,790 pesos. But not only are you getting 3 batteries, you're also getting a remote and a carrying case along with some other accessories to boot. However, the problem with this is that at almost 35,000 pesos, it's inching closer to the DJI Mini 5 Pro's base price tag. Now, overall, if you're a beginner flyer, the DJI Lito 1 and X1 are both excellent choices. And to be honest, one of the few choices you can have to get a full drone experience on a tight budget. It's hard to beat what DJI offers thanks to its full ecosystem of products and after-sales support, just in case you crash one of these. And trust us, we have crashed one of the drones and they have repaired it. But so far, what do you guys think of the DJI Lito 1 and the X1? Would you pick one of these drones or spend a bit more for something a bit more capable? Whatever the case, share your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you found this video informative or helpful, drop a like and subscribe to watch from now. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. And of course, visit yougettech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Se. These have been the DJI Lito series drones. I'll see you guys in the next video.